I finally got my rough country 3-inch lift kit today. I'm preparing to install it. All the tools are ready. Some shock boots, some hardware. There's the majority, well, the rest of the lift kit. My shocks, my front springs, my control arms, my adder leaves, so my C-clamps, and my rear shocks. I will be briefly updating you on each part in here, so wish me luck. Alright, here's just a little process where I'm at right now. I got the shocks removed, my sway bar is disconnected. Working on removing my springs so I can put in my new springs and shocks and control arm after I remove my old control arm. A lot more difficult than I thought. Didn't really take into account for almost 20 years of rust because I live in Wisconsin, so salty roads, yippee. Good thing I didn't break any bolts yet, but still makes it difficult. Everything is still rusted shut. Oh, you recording?
Yes.
Hi. I don't see the little red dot over here.
It says record.
Alright. The only reason why I'm not using an impact is I don't have one.
Go. All right. Looks like you need someone to come in from behind too.
One spring down, one more to go.
Very good.
Alright, we're back again. It's night outside. We finally got the sway bar drop bracket in. The new spring ends, the shocks is in. Fixed the brake on the other side. We got the new lower control arms in. Came across the problem that the lower control arm bolt right there, it broke, so it didn't break, actually we cut it because it would not come out. Had to go get a new one of those. Of course, a new brake line for the other side. We're just finishing up for the front so we can move into the back for more rusty hell. Right back. Alright, 7 at night on day 2. Finished the front suspension. You can see hopefully you can see the shocks and this new spring. Tires finally on. Better ride height, as you can tell from the rear. Alright, at the end of day 3 on 2. We are still not finished, still have yet to put the leaf springs in. Our problem is now, well, I'll explain what we are able to do. Able to loosen all the U-bolts without breaking any. Yay. Able to get most of, on the other side we have almost all of the old clamps off. Both shocks have been removed. My dry shaft is removed as it sits right there. Problem came to by when we were removing the shocks. The upper bolts that connect to the unibody, those all broke. So instead of doing what I said earlier about going through the cab and trying to get them out through there, we decided just to drill them out and tap them. We got new bolts to go inside there. And we'll work on that tomorrow. We got my C-clamps holding in that one spring together so it doesn't fall apart on me. I will give you another update when it's time. Okay, finished the rear suspension. We got the new leaf spring in there with the new clamps. As you can see, all the gray is our anti-seize to help make sure nothing sticks or breaks. It's all over there. While doing this, we actually broke the brake line that connects right there. Key thing for anyone else who's planning on doing this, please just get brake line extensions. As you can see, I do not have much slack left in this line, and it's jacked up right now. It will drop some. So highly recommend get brake line extensions before you even put it on. Learn from my mistakes. The new shocks are on. Here's where all that hard work paid off. The 3-inch lift is finally installed. As you can see, my shiny, well, salt cover springs and new shock. I got my, said before, my roof rack with finally my decal stickers on there. Custom made at the local sign shop. Just got washed just for you guys. Back here, you might be able to see that one leaf spring right there in the middle. That's the new one, re-arching it. Actually does a better job than I thought it was going to. Good thing, so I didn't want to spend another $200 on new leaf springs. But in hindsight, I'm probably going to need to buy them anyways. Here it is from the back. There is a considerable difference. For my you can't really see it, but I had you can see some of my new shiny brake lines because my old ones were all nice and rusty. For the rubber brake line hose, you can actually buy a 96 Ford Ranger rear brake line. It actually fits in the same spot. You will have to modify the bracket a little so it can fit around the vent hose for the axle. But it actually works quite out well, since the original brake line is actually 13 inches long and the Ranger's is 19 inches long. A lot cheaper fixed than the $100 you have to spend on steel brake lines. My front brake lines still have plenty of slack for the suspension travel. Got the rough country shock stickers right there. Now I know they're supposed to go on the shocks, they are out the front, but I didn't feel like putting them on the rears. My opinion of the lift, it is a good lift. If you have a non-rusty Jeep, it will go faster. If you have a rusty one like mine, it will take a hell of a long time. The ride is better than the original, but yet it's not. You can feel the bumps more, but it's actually not all that bad. For the steering, it is a little more vague, so I probably would recommend getting a new steering stabilizer. I'm working on it. As soon as I get my tax refund back, I'll be getting a new one, since my current one is probably about as old as the Jeep. And I'll probably be getting a pitting it on drop, new one of those. Hope you like it. Please subscribe, comment, and like it. Please don't hate it.